Hi, this is Stephanie from Stephanie's Knit Lab, and today I'm going to talk about the tubular cast on and bind off. What you can see here is that when you have the tubular cast on and bind off, what you create is this really nice stretchy edge. The stitches seem to go right around the edge. It looks as if they don't end. It's a very rounded edge. This is true of the cast on as well as the bind off. It's a really nice nice technique to use on hats and on sweaters and on socks. So let me start by talking about the tubular cast on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a length of yarn and I'm going to set it up the same way I would for a long tail cast on. So what I'm doing is I have the yarn here in the slingshot position. And for the tubular cast on, I'm really only going to be using the strand in between my finger and my thumb. So to begin, I'm going to take the needle, put it on top of the yarn. I'm going to point down and I'm going to twist the needle in a clockwise direction. And all I've done here is really wrap the yarn around the needle, but this will also be my first stitch. So to do the next step of the tubular cast on, I'm going to take my needle, go towards my forefinger, I'm going to go underneath that strand, up between the two strands, around the strand heading towards my thumb, and then under both strands. So that's one stitch. For the next stitch, I'm going to go towards my thumb, go underneath this strand, come up between the two strands, now head towards the strand by my finger, go underneath both of the strands, and come up again. So I'm going to go again, repeat, just keep repeating back and forth. And just a note, don't pull too tight because you're going to be knitting these stitches, so you don't want them too tight around the needle. So I'm going to go towards my forefinger, go underneath, come up in the middle, towards my thumb, go underneath both. Do the reverse again, towards my thumb, come up, through the middle, cross it, and go underneath both strands. So I'm going to keep doing this for a bit. I'm going to go up and under and around towards my thumb, up and under and around, and I'm just going to do this until I have let's say about 10-15 stitches on the needle. Actually, I want an even number, so let's go under here and around. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now what I'm going to do, I have the number of stitches that I want on the needle, and I'm going to take the tail and just wrap it around the stitch, just sort of hold things in place temporarily. So I'm going to turn it around, and what I'm going to do is take my other needle with the working yarn. I'm going to knit through the back loop. This one's a tricky one because it has been wrapped around, so the first stitch is tricky to do. I want to make sure that I have this strand, wrapped around it here. So I'm going to knit this one through the back loop. Again, pulled a little too tight. Knit it through the back loop. And then I'm going to bring my yarn to the front, slip the next one with the yarn in front. Bring the yarn back, knit that stitch through the back loop, bring it forward, bring the yarn forward, slip the next stitch with the yarn in front. Again, knit stitch through the back loop, bring it forward. I'm going to switch to knit continental. I'm more comfortable with that generally. So again, knit through the back loop, slip the stitch with the yarn in front, and so on. So you're going to continue this till the end of the row. At the end of the row, you end with a slip stitch with the yarn in front. We're going to go to do the next row, and we're going to do the same thing, except this time we're going to knit normally, knit into the front of the stitch. So I'm knitting into the front of the stitch, slip one with the yarn in front, knit, slip one with the yarn in front, and so on across. And I'm going to continue doing this for 2 more rows. Once I've finished doing this for the 2 more rows, I'm ready to go ahead and work 1 row in a knit 1, purl 1 rib. So you can even start to see how pretty that cast on edge is. So I'm going to stop here and I'll meet you back after I do a couple of more rows. I have finished the 4 rows of knit 1, slip 1 with the yarn in front, and now this is what my cast on looks like. I have this beautiful rounded edge. All I have left to do is 1 row of just knit 1, purl 1. Let me make sure I pick the right yarn. So 1 row in my smaller needle of knit 1, purl 1 across. Then I will be ready to start whatever. I'm ready to work the rest of the pattern. I usually would do the trim in a little bit of this knit 1, purl 1 rib, but it really depends on the pattern. So here I am, reached the end of the row. I am at this point ready to switch to the regular working needle for my pattern, and my cast on is complete.